Hey YouTube fam, welcome to my YouTube channel and thanks for clicking on this video. In today's video lecture, we are going to continue with a series of lecture that was on drugs acting on autonomic nervous system. But before we really go into detail of today's lecture, let us revise जो हमने previous lecture में discuss किया था. In previous lecture, we discussed that this is our preganglionic fiber and this is our postganglionic fiber. Now, जितने भी हमारे preganglionic fibers होते हैं, they release a main neurotransmitter and the name of that neurotransmitter is acetylcholine. Now, ये जो postganglionic sympathetic fibers होते हैं, they will release a very important main neurotransmitter and the name of that neurotransmitter is norepinephrine. Now, जैसे ही ये norepinephrine बाहर आएगा, this norepinephrine will act on adrenergic receptor and it will stimulate that adrenergic receptor and it will show its response accordingly. Second चीज हमने डिस्कस की थी that there is one more important chemical that is released in sympathetic stimulation. That is known as adrenaline. Now, ये adrenaline कहाँ से release होता है? So, this adrenaline is released from adrenal medullary cells and this adrenaline is directly released into the blood. And with the help of the blood, जहाँ पर भी इसको adrenergic receptor दिखेंगे, it will bind to that adrenergic receptor and it will show its action. So, the nerves that synthesize, store and release noradrenaline, which is also known as norepinephrine, they are known as adrenergic nerve or it is known as sympathetic nerve. फिर हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया था कि ये जो नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन है, ये कहाँ पे सिंथेसाइज होती है, कैसे इसका स्टोरेज होता है and how when the action potential is coming, how this norepinephrine is released and how it is showing its main action. So सबसे पहले हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया था कि the raw material that is required for the synthesis of norepinephrine is known as tyrosine. So as you can see on your screen, this is our tyrosine. Now tyrosine क्या होता है? This tyrosine is amino acid. Now, इस पे एक एंजाइम एक्ट करेगा and the name of that enzyme is tyrosine hydroxylase. ये tyrosine hydroxylase करता क्या है? This tyrosine hydroxylase is adding one OH group to our tyrosine molecule and whenever we are adding OH group to the tyrosine molecule, जो हमें molecule मिलता है after addition, that is known as DOPA. Now, ये जो डोपा है, इस पर भी एक important enzyme काम करेगा and the name of that enzyme is डोपा decarboxylase. ये डोपा decarboxylase कर क्या रहा है? This डोपा decarboxylase is removing this COOH group and after the removal of this COH group, जो हमें molecule मिलता है, that is known as dopamine. So, जैसे हमने previously discuss किया था कि ये जो dopamine है that will enter into the vesicle, that is a membrane bound vesicle and vesicle में एक important enzyme होता है and the name of that enzyme is dopamine beta hydroxylase. Now ये dopamine beta hydroxylase क्या करेगा? It will add OH group at beta position and after the addition of OH group to the beta position of dopamine, जो हमें chemical मिलता है, that is known as norepinephrine. Now, फिर हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया था कि हम जब फार्माकोलॉजी के टेक्स्ट बुक्स पढ़ेंगे, एक इंपॉर्टेंट वर्ड बार बार आएगा and the name of that word is catecholamines. Catecholamines क्या होते हैं? So, catecholamines are those component which has catechol ring and ये जो catechol ring है, it is also known as catechol nucleus. Now ये जो catechol ring है, it is having a benzene ring and it is having OH group attached at third and fourth position. So as you can see here, our dopamine is having such kind of catechol ring, our norepinephrine is having such catechol ring, or we can say catechol nucleus, and also हमारा जो adrenaline है, that is also having such kind of catechol ring, and hence these molecules they are known as catecholamines. Now ये जो molecules होते हैं, they are also known as monoamines. Now why they are known as monoamines? So it is very evident from the structures. Here you can see that here there is one NH2 group, monoamine. Mono का मतलब होता है single and amine का मतलब होता है amino group. So as you can see here, यहाँ पे जो dopamine है, that is having one amino group, and hence dopamine is known as monoamine. Similarly, यहाँ पे हम norepinephrine के बारे में भी देख सकते हैं that this norepinephrine is also having one amino group, and hence this norepinephrine is also known as monoamine. Similarly, हमारा जो adrenaline है, that is also having one amino group, and that adrenaline is also known as monoamine. Now हम इतनी सारी बातें कर रहे हैं, let's understand what is the main classification of sympathomimetic drugs. Sympathomimetic drugs can be classified on two main criteria. The very first criteria is based on the structure, and the second criteria is based on the mechanism of action. So on the basis of the structure, we can divide this sympathomimetic drugs into two main classes. The very first one is known as catecholamines, and the second one is known as non-catecholamine. So यहाँ पे ये जो catecholamines है, these are those chemical substances which will have catechol ring, जिसे हम catechol nucleus भी बोलते हैं. And what is catechol ring? Once again, it is a benzene ring which is having OH group attached at third and fourth position. So हमारे पास ऐसे कौन से catecholamines है? We have adrenaline, we have noradrenaline, we also have dopamine. Now ये जो तीन main chemicals होते हैं, these are produced by our human body, and hence these substances they are known as endogenous catecholamine. ये जो isoprenaline है and this dobutamine, it is having catechol ring, but it is not produced inside the body. It is artificially made in the laboratory. So these are synthetic catecholamines. Synthetic का मतलब जो हमने artificially create किए हैं lab में. Now second one is known as non-catecholamine. So non-catecholamines will be those chemicals which will not have catechol ring or catechol nucleus. Example includes tyramine, ephedrine, amphetamines, salbutamol. Now the second is on the basis of mechanism of action. And on the basis of mechanism of action, हमारे पास तीन main category है. The very first one is known as direct acting. The second one is known as indirectly acting, and the third one is known as mixed acting. Now let us understand this with the help of a typical Indian example. Let's suppose घर पे पापा है and father is watching television, and आपको पापा से रिमोट लेना है क्योंकि आपको कार्टून देखना है. Now अगर आप में बहुत ज्यादा हिम्मत होगी, what you will do? You will directly go to your father and ask for the remote. बट बहुत बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं जिनमें इतनी हिम्मत नहीं होती है, तो वो क्या करते हैं, मम्मी को बोलते हैं, एंड मम्मी जाके पापा को बोलती है कि प्लीज मेरे बेटे को रिमोट चाहिए, प्लीज गिव देम, एंड फिर पापा रिमोट देते हैं. थर्ड कैटेगरी के बच्चे काफी रेयर होते हैं, वो मम्मी के साथ जाते हैं, मम्मी भी बोलती है एंड बच्चा भी बोलता है कि पापा प्लीज मुझे रिमोट चाहिए. सो दिस इज नोन एज मिक्स्ड एक्टिंग. सो ऐसे जो हमारे ड्रग्स होते हैं, जो डायरेक्टली रिसेप्टर को एक्टिवेट करने की ताकत रखते हैं, दोस काइंड ऑफ ड्रग्स दे आर नोन एज डायरेक्ट एक्टिंग सिंपैथोमाइमेटिक ड्रग्स। कुछ ऐसे ड्रग्स होते हैं जो रिसेप्टर को तो स्टिमुलेट नहीं करते, बट दे विल इंक्रीज द लेवल्स ऑफ नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन इन द साइनेप्स, एंड जैसे ही नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन का लेवल बढ़ जाएगा, दिस पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी ऑफ सिंपैथेटिक नर्वस सिस्टम विल बी मोर, क्योंकि ज्यादा मॉलिक्यूल्स होंगे तो ज्यादा रिसेप्टर को स्टिम्युलेट करेंगे एंड उसका जो ओवरऑल रिस्पॉन्स निकल के आएगा दैट विल बी एनहांस्ड। So such drugs which indirectly increases the sympathetic activity by increasing the concentration of norepinephrine in the synapse, such type of drugs, they are known as indirectly acting sympathomimetic drugs. And third one, we have mixed acting drugs. ये ऐसे drugs होते हैं जो directly भी act करते हैं and indirectly भी act करते हैं. We will talk about this mixed acting drugs later. But as you can see here, here is our nerve ending, and as you can see here is our tyrosine molecule entering, and tyrosine is getting converted into dopa. Dopa is getting converted into dopamine, and ये जो dopamine है, this dopamine is immediately transported to the vesicular membrane. Now ऐसा ही क्यों? Because हमने last time discuss किया था कि in our cytoplasm we are having a very important enzyme, and ये enzyme कहाँ पे present होता है? This enzyme is present on the surface of mitochondria, and the name of that enzyme is monoamine oxidase. So अगर हमने ये डोपामीन को ये मेम्ब्रेन बाउंड वेसिकल में बंद नहीं किया या फिर इसका अपटेक नहीं किया, this enzyme will destroy our dopamine. एंड हमारा नर्व एंडिंग ऐसा नहीं चाहता है. सो फॉर दिस नेचर हैज प्रोवाइडेड सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टर्स, एंड दिस ट्रांसपोर्टर्स दे आर नोन एज VMAT2, जहां पे VMAT का फुल फॉर्म होता है वेसिकुलर मोनोअमाइन ट्रांसपोर्टर्स टाइप 2. सो ये क्या करेंगे? ये डोपामीन को इसके अंदर लेके जाएंगे, एंड अंदर में इसके पास बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एंजाइम है, and the name of that enzyme is dopamine hydroxylase, which will convert my dopamine into norepinephrine. Now फिर हम लोग ने देखा था कि there are certain proteins present on the vesicle, and such proteins are known as synaptobravin, and जो nerve ending के membrane पे जो protein present होते हैं they are known as syntaxin. So जैसे ही action potential आएगा, there will be increase in intracellular calcium level, and यहाँ पे it will promote the process of exocytosis, and जो भी norepinephrine ये वेसिकल के अंदर बन चुका है that will be released in the synapse, and it will show its effect on adrenergic receptor. Now what is the fate of this norepinephrine? हमने लास्ट टाइम डिस्कस किया था कि मेजॉरिटी ऑफ दिस norepinephrine is again going back into the cytoplasm. Now cytoplasm में जाने के बाद इसके साथ दो चीजें हो सकती है. या तो this monoamine oxidase will attack this norepinephrine and it will inactivate it, या फिर अगर इसका लग बहुत ही ज्यादा अच्छा है, this will be taken up by this very important transporter that is known as VMAT2. Again ये जो VMAT2 है, it is also uptaking dopamine from the cytoplasm, and also it is having the capability to uptake norepinephrine. So ये norepinephrine अंदर जा सकता है, and जब भी आने वाला action potential होगा, it will release this norepinephrine. Now इतना हम लोग VMAT पे क्यों अटके हुए हैं? Because we are having a very important drug जो ये ट्रांसपोर्टर को बाइंड करके इसको ब्लॉक कर देता है, एंड द नेम ऑफ दैट ड्रग इज रेजरपाइन. सो अगर कोई ड्रग है जो इस पे बाइंड करके इसको अगर ब्लॉक कर दे, सो डू यू थिंक कि ये जो डोपामिन है दैट कैन गो इनसाइड द वेसिकल? द आंसर इज नो. अगर ये डोपामिन ही अंदर नहीं जा पाएगा, Can this dopamine be converted into norepinephrine? Again the answer is no. And ऐसे जो drugs होते हैं they are mainly or it was used in the condition that is known as hypertension. Now इतना commonly Rezarpine हम नहीं use करते हैं because हमारे पास बहुत अच्छे अच्छे drugs आ चुके हैं. Now हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया था कि ये जो नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन है it is also having a negative feedback mechanism. Now that negative feedback mechanism कैसे होता है? In presynaptic we have a very important adrenergic receptor. Now the name of that adrenergic receptor is known as alpha 2 adrenergic receptor. Now जैसे ही नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन का concentration synapses में बढ़ जाता है, this norepinephrine will act on this alpha 2 adrenergic receptor and it will reduce the synthesis of norepinephrine. And ऐसे हमारे पास अगर कोई ड्रग आ जाए that is stimulating this alpha 2 adrenergic receptor, so it will reduce the concentration of norepinephrine. So क्या हमारे पास ऐसे कोई ड्रग्स है? The answer is yes. The most important drug is known as alpha methyl dopa and the second one is known as clonidine. Now let's understand the mechanism of alpha methyl dopa. जो alpha methyl dopa है that will be taken up by the nerve ending. Now nerve ending में जाने के बाद it will be acted upon by a very important enzyme that is dopa decarboxylase. And this dopa decarboxylase will convert it into alpha methyl dopamine. Now ये जो alpha methyl dopamine है that will move inside the vesicle and in that vesicle again it will be acted upon by an enzyme that is known as dopamine beta hydroxylase. And ये जो dopamine beta hydroxylase है that will convert this alpha methyl dopamine into alpha methyl norepinephrine. So our vesicle is full of alpha methyl norepinephrine. Now जैसे ही action potential आएगा there will be release of alpha methyl norepinephrine and ये जो alpha methyl norepinephrine होता है that is having a very potent action on alpha 2 adrenergic receptor. And जैसा कि मैंने आपको बोला था that whenever we are stimulating alpha 2 adrenergic receptor it reduces the release of norepinephrine and the concentration of norepinephrine in the synapses will be reduced. Now ये जो alpha methyl dopa है this is the safest drug which we use in treatment of hypertension during pregnancy. So this is a very important drug which we use in hypertension and mainly किसमें? Hypertension if the female is pregnant उस समय पे हम ये ड्रग यूज कर सकते हैं that is alpha methyl dopa. जो सेकेंड ड्रग की मैंने बात की थी that is clonidine and ये जो clonidine है that is also having its effect on alpha 2 adrenergic receptor and it can stimulate the alpha adrenergic receptor and same it will also reduce the secretion and release of norepinephrine जिससे कि synapses में जो concentration है of norepinephrine that will be reduced. Now हमारे पास कुछ ऐसे भी drugs हैं जो ये reuptake mechanism को block करते हैं. Now अगर मैंने ये reuptake mechanism को block कर दिया, do you think that this norepinephrine can enter into this cytoplasm? The answer is no. So इसका जो norepinephrine का concentration है if we block this reuptake 1 mechanism बढ़ जाएगा synapses में and अगर बढ़ गया norepinephrine का concentration it can more potently act on more adrenergic receptor and it will stimulate our sympathetic activity. एंड ऐसे जो ड्रग्स होते हैं जो ये रीअपटेक मैकेनिज्म को इनहिबिट करते हैं या फिर ब्लॉक करते हैं दे आर नोन एज कोकेन एंड वी हैव ट्राइसाइक्लिक एंटीडिप्रेसेंट्स. एंड ये जो ट्राइसाइक्लिक एंटीडिप्रेसेंट्स होते हैं दे आर द मेन ट्रीटमेंट इन द केसेस ऑफ डिप्रेशन, जो लोग डिप्रेशन में जाते हैं उनके लिए ये ट्राइसाइक्लिक एंटी डिप्रेसेंट्स कैन बी वन ऑफ द वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थेरेपी। नो सेकंड, हम क्या करते हैं, हम ये नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन को अंदर तो आने देते हैं, बट अंदर आने के बाद इसके साथ क्या होता है, इट कैन बी डिस्ट्रॉयड बाय मोनोअमाइन ऑक्सीडेज। सो अगर मेरे पास कोई ड्रग है which can inhibit this activity of monoamine oxidase, can this monoamine oxidase degrade our norepinephrine? The answer is no. So norepinephrine का लेवल जो है साइटोप्लाज्म में that will be increased, and increase होने के बाद क्या होगा, this particular transporter will take up this norepinephrine, and उसके वजह से क्या होगा, हमारी जो वेसिकल में नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन है वो बढ़ जाएगा। So whenever there will be action potential, more norepinephrine will be released, and ज्यादा से ज्यादा norepinephrine will be present in the synapses, and it will increase our sympathetic activity. Now ऐसे drugs कौन से होते हैं? The name of that drug is trinylcypromine and pergylin. Now ऐसे कुछ drugs होते हैं which are मोनोअमाइन ऑक्सीडेज बी इनहिबिटर। दे आर सिलेक्टिव। सिलेक्टिव का मतलब क्या होता है, दे विल ओनली एंड ओनली बाइंड विथ मोनोअमाइन ऑक्सीडेज बी। मोनोअमाइन ऑक्सीडेज का मेन डिग्रेडेशन किस पे होता है, इट इज हैविंग मेन डिग्रेडेशन ऑफ डोपामिन इन द ब्रेन। सो अगर मैंने मोनोअमाइन ऑक्सीडेज बी को इनहिबिट कर दिया, then definitely there will be inhibition of degradation of dopamine in the brain. So dopamine का जो concentration है वो बढ़ जाएगा, and this is the main theory or we can say therapy that is basically given in Parkinson. So ये selagiline जो है that is given as adjunct in Parkinson. जब हम Parkinson discuss करेंगे, there we will be discussing about this particular drug. So ऐसे कुछ हमने ड्रग्स देखे that is mainly acting on nerve ending. So let us quickly revise. अब तक हम लोग ने क्या कर लिया? So very first drug that was alpha methyl tyrosine. It was inhibiting our tyrosine hydroxylase enzyme. Then we had second drug which prevent the release of norepinephrine from the nerve ending. And ऐसे हमारे पास दो ड्रग है. The very first one is Britailium and the second one is Gonadril. कुछ ऐसे भी ड्रग्स होते हैं that promote the release of noradrenaline from the adrenergic nerve ending, and ऐसे ड्रग के कुछ एग्जांपल है टायरामाइन, एफेड्रिन एंड वी हैव एम्फेटामिन्स. फिर हम लोग ने आज डिस्कस किया अबाउट द रेजरपाइन which is blocking the vesicular uptake and storage of norepinephrine. Then we talked about some drugs which act on reuptake of norepinephrine, and by inhibiting the reuptake we increase the concentration of norepinephrine, and ऐसे जो drugs है that are cocaine and tricyclic antidepressants. Then we talked about centrally acting alpha 2 adrenergic agonist, that is alpha methyl dopa and clonidine. And हम लोग ने डिस्कस किया कि there are some drugs which blocks the activity of monoamine oxidase, and the name of such drugs are trinylcypromine and pergylin. And we talked about selective MAO-B inhibitor, and the name of that drug is selagiline. So that's it for today's video lecture. In the next video lecture, we will go into the detail of direct acting sympathomimetic drugs. डायरेक्ट एक्टिंग सिम्पैथोमाइमेटिक ड्रग्स ऐसे ड्रग्स होते हैं जो डायरेक्टली हमारे रिसेप्टर को स्टिम्युलेट करेंगे, एंड वी विल सी कि रिसेप्टर को स्टिम्युलेट करने के बाद क्या क्या इफेक्ट्स मिलते हैं, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एड्रीनर्जिक रिसेप्टर्स प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द ह्यूमन बॉडी. So stay tuned with us. If this video has added some value to your knowledge, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and please press the bell icon. See you till the next video. Bye bye. Take care.